obviously we all saw early on in the show that there was players like 432, like Brighton. He was really loud. He was a huge, like, prominent figure in the dorm. Everyone liked him. Everyone was drawn to him. I say everyone liked him. I'm now finding out a little bit. But we had, big, loud players in there. And the men were taking over. The loud players were taking over. And there wasn't really any women who were quite loud or, running and leading things in there. We all seemed to be taking a little bit of a step back, and the men were just going with it. And in hindsight, I didn't realise, but this happened naturally. It was working because they were picking each other off. Like, we saw it happen to so many big players. We saw it happen to Dr. V briefly. He was another loud player in there. They picked him off. We saw it happen, obviously, to Brighton. They picked him off. Unfortunately, we saw it happen to our own Scouser Mutty.
Was he the first person to go?
He was, yeah. That was a shock. Yeah.
I was devastated.
I was like, no. But the tension in that moment was just, it was insane. Like, it really was. But going back to the women. So, yeah, they were all just picking each other off. And that worked for us. And then it got to a point where I think when TJ put himself out there as leader, because I don't really remember anyone saying, oh, TJ, you do that. I don't want that or any other suggestion. I was like, hold on a minute. Like, I was getting to know people. I was getting to know players. And I absolutely loved TJ. He was great. But he was too quick to make decisions. He would jump into things. And I was like, I'm not putting my fate in your hands. No, I'm sorry. Let's not make this happen. And I was starting to think, hold on, I need to take the reins back a little bit. I need to start being in charge of my own fate. And so we were starting to have conversations about how we were outnumbered. There was more than double men, than women, or at least half. And we were the quiet ones. They thought they could get rid of us, or at least, when you look at us all stood there when it's 31, there's that many friends, as in, there were a lot of the men were friends and were going to stick together, and we wouldn't have had a chance, not at all. So it needed to happen.
I was noticing at that point in the game, I was like, there's not many women left.
No.
I was thinking, it's going to be a man, isn't it, winning? And, fair enough, if you're the person with the most amount of skill and the luck to get there, great. But it kind of often felt as well, although there was a lot of skill and luck involved, it was often a popularity contest.
You're exactly right, Emily. When it came to TJ being chosen as leader and things, I don't know if you hear me in the show say it, but I was like, oh, it's just a popularity contest, and not everyone is going to like you, obviously, especially if you're not the loudest person in the room, or, you're not getting to know everyone because you're just keeping yourself to yourself, and that might just be the way you are. And it shouldn't come down to that. And I kept saying, it's not fair. It's not about popularity. It should be how far, or like you said, if you've got through there because of skill and luck and chance, then so be it. But not because someone hasn't spoke to you or had a conversation with you. Fair.